Following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
You probably know that regular AC preventative maintenance helps to keep your air conditioner running efficiently and can save you money on your energy bills. But is it definitely worth the cost? And can the service technicians really prevent breakdowns? Sean McGraw is here from American Veteran AC to talk about that. Hi, Sean.
Hey, yes it is, and yes we can.
Good, because maintenance is such a big factor in preventing the breakdowns. First, what are some of the issues that you're able to discover and stay ahead of?
A lot of times on maintenance, it's just that preventative stuff that we're really looking for. Obviously, we're going through the whole system. We want to make sure everything's operating in sync with each other. Everything's got to be tuned in and doing what it needs to be doing. Dirty coils are a big deal, right? First thing in the springtime, making sure those are flushed out. Heat exchange is critical to how the system operates, and if those coils are dirty, it can't exchange the heat. The other thing that we find a lot is something as simple as just dirty filters clogging up or not changed filters. When it's new customers, sometimes we come across a hidden filter that nobody ever knew about that wasn't changed for 5 years. And that's always a fun one.
And I know your techs are looking closely for any equipment component issues. What do they catch when they come out when it comes to preventative maintenance? Worn parts, that sort of thing?
Yep, worn out parts, contactors are a big deal this time of year. Contactors and capacitors. The first heat wave with capacitors, we find a lot of those failed. So if we catch them soon enough, then we can prevent larger components from failing and result of that capacitor failing. Same thing with contactors. Ants getting up in the contactors, especially this time of year, they come marching in and they roll to a death march right inside that contactor, muck up the system. Something else to be aware of as well is people are finally starting to weed eat again and forgot their parameters sometimes. The thermostat wire coming off, going out to the outdoor unit. A lot of times we'll find that chopped up with just a weed eater. So go out there, make sure that's raised up off the, on top of the refrigerant lines. That's somewhere out of the way where you're not going to hack it with a weed eater. I usually recommend Roundup around an AC unit regardless. That way you don't have that problem.
Yep, and we know those electrical issues are something your technicians are inspecting for. They can find any issues in the wiring. But overall, you share a lot of helpful advice on videos on YouTube. So there's something for do-it-yourselfers to learn. But for people who don't want to worry about any of this themselves, you offer that all-in-one comfort plan. You're installing a new system, maintaining it for 10 years, and fixing things all for one monthly payment that's low. Anything else you want people to know about that, or just what it's like to work with you at American Veteran?
As far as working with us, I mean, really, that's the whole deal. Is our full mission boiled down to basically 3 words: is be the blessing. That doesn't mean we don't charge folks, and we got to run a business, but our goal is to really just share the joy and the love that Christ gives us every day and allow those blessings to overflow and be a blessing towards the customers as we meet folks. And we have an opportunity, I love it, we have an opportunity to meet such a diverse amount of people out there, and I could go on for days just talking about stories and story after story of folks that we got to meet, and not how they were a blessing, we were a blessing to them, but how they were a blessing to us. It's amazing how the world just intertwines and brings us all together, and that's the real goal.